Hello crafter enthusiasts, welcome back to the Mystic 777 channel. I'm your host Mimi, and we are approaching closer and closer to Christmas. I have heard from one of the people that I would like to make a present for. They kind of told me what they would like for me, so we're gonna go ahead and create that today. We're gonna be working on jewelry. So yes, crafters, not only do I crochet, but I also do jewelry. Jewelry is actually what started it all. So we're gonna go ahead and turn back in time and go back to my stepping stones and make bracelets. We're gonna be making a 5-tier bracelets, and we might make other things too. We'll see if we'll have time as well. But let's go ahead and get crack-a-lack into it. We're into Santa's workshop, and welcome on in. Let's go ahead and get these presents made, shall we? Let's get you a better view. We're going to go ahead and start by showing you the main beads that we're going to be using on these 5-tier bracelets. Now, this is a gold hematite, so both of the gold ones are actually gold hematite, and I love hematite in general. It's good grounding stone, and it's good repelling negative energy. This is a glass crystal type of beads, and I believe it's a check beads. I will show you soon. Yeah, those are check beads. I love working with check glass beads. They're so pretty, and this is one of my favorite things to work with, mother of pearl, and this one is more of a pink color. It's hard to tell with the lighting right now, but yeah, see, mother of pearl pink. It's so pretty. I am a pearl fan, and I am also a huge mother of pearl fan. Now this is a beautiful rose quartz, not red rose quartz, but rose quartz, and it was a tubing, and I liked how it looked. We're going to be not working with a size 16. Size 17 is okay, but our main focus is going to be a size 18. That's going to be the main focus for the size jewelry that we're going to have. We're going to go ahead and place the starter beads, and I figured some nice shells would accent the colors very well. So let's go ahead and place these beads here. Now this is going to be the relaxing time of placing beads. Now the first one was pretty easy with placement wise, and let's just go ahead and just enjoy this part. Now, if you're wondering, Mimi, why are you destroying a perfectly good bracelet? This is what I tend to do. If I don't like a bracelet, or if I don't have use to it anymore, I will destroy it and reuse its beading. And that's how I upcycle, use bracelets, and just jewelry in general. If it has a bead, if I can make it into something else, I will. I don't see the, or even if it breaks too, because has anyone ever had jewelry that just broke on them? You could easily just use that and make a brand new type of jewelry. It just keeps on going and going and going. Alrighty, I'll let you guys enjoy this part again. If you're wondering if it's hard to pick up the smaller beads like that, yes it is, especially when the bracelet area is all full. So what I tend to do, and you guys will see in this video, is if the bead is too small, I actually use the bead beforehand and roll it away from the other set so I don't mess it up, and it's easier to pick it up, and that's the method that I have used. Now, Some of these stones are actually labradorite stone, like what I just put on, and also there's the pink ones is, I believe, rhodochrosite. So that was the theme colors. I thought the labradorite accents the shells very well, and it was a nice little dark color to just have some really pretty accent to it. So it's all about the accent to the jewelry. But yeah, you see, oh, you just saw me just move that bead just so I can get the smaller one. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier. Alrighty, so if you ever feel like you can't get your bead and you're having problems, just move the bead beforehand and it's just easier to grab it that way. Alrighty, that's one of my tips for you. We got our first jewelry all strung up, and I wanted to double check and make sure that it was a proper fit, and it was. Let's go ahead and tie her up. Now, after I do the first 1 or 2 ties, I actually get my tacky glue and get a knot ready and then put my tacky glue in there and finish the knot. And sometimes I'll add a few more additional knots to it to make sure that the string is actually fully secured and whatnot. Now you're probably wondering what's with the random wooden bead right there. That's actually to hide the knot because my OCD kind of kicks in and it just looks so much better hiding that knot. But fit like a glove. Let's go ahead with the second one. Now, this one. The second bracelet took me the longest. Now, the reason why this bracelet took me the longest is because I was working with pearls. Pearls, I will reiterate again, I love pearls. I love pearls so much. I think they're beautiful. I think it's maybe the mermaidness in me, the Floridianness, and then my mother loves pearls, so growing up with a mother that loved pearls, it just kind of rubbed off. Working with pearls, on the other hand, if your string is too big for the holes, you're going to end up having to drill the holes. And if you don't have an electric drill, it takes forever and it takes a lot of hand movement. Now, if you have arthritis and old broken bones like myself, it does not feel good after hours of doing the same thing. So don't get too used of this design because as you could tell, I'm already fussing with it and fixing it up so to make sure it actually fits properly. But don't get used to this. This design is gonna change completely because we're gonna actually end up fixing the design to make sure it actually fits. And then once I start stringing it, I realized that I was having the problem that I explained to you, which is the Dremel problem. Now, most of the pearls that I was using ended up not being the correct size for this, and you're gonna tell. This first pearl, I wanna say it took me, about 30 to 40 minutes doing this thing right here. This is dremeling. This is a hand Dremel, and it is not fun. It is very tedious, and once you get going and the friction goes up, that pearl gets hot, especially when you use an electric one. I don't know where my electric Dremel went, so I had to stick with the hand Dremel, and just the pain, the struggle was real, but I was stubborn with the first one. Very stubborn with the first few ones, but I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy the struggle, and I'm gonna come back with more commentary a little bit later. Just enjoy my struggle. behold, all of the pearls that did not fit on the string, and these were the only gold pearls that were able to. So, like I said, I had to redesign the entire bracelet. So, here's the actual design of the second bracelet. So, once again, enjoy the making of the second bracelet. For reals this time. I just wanted to include that, like always, sometimes plans don't go as followed, and yes, I replaced the gold pearls that did not fit on my string with other pearls that actually did fit on my string, other than one of those pearls. One of those pearls actually did not fit on the string, so you will see that later on. But yeah, so this is the actual design for the second bracelet. I don't think I'll be fussing much with this one. I think it's actually a very straightforward one, so enjoy the process. All of the pearls that you were seeing that's strung are actually all natural freshwater pearls. Like I said, I'm a big fan of pearls. Some of them are pink pearls like what I'm stringing right now, and the other ones are gold pearls and obvious pearls. Now the person that's actually having this bracelet, she told me that she already has a band of white pearls to go with her little stack, and in my head, you can never have too many pearls, and she had one stack of white pearls. She did not mention she had gold pearls, so let's go ahead and add that to her collection, shall we? Here is my second tip for you guys. If you guys are working with pearls, or if you're working with a bead that has a really tight space compared to your string, a good way to try to see if the string will actually string through the bead is twisting your string in one direction. Now be careful, your string will twirl and it's gonna bunch up, so every now and then you do want to untwirl that, and it's fun to look at. It's very mesmerizing while it dances and twirls like a ballerina. But yeah, that is my advice. If you're struggling with getting a bead onto your string, just twirl that string around and maybe it will get on, possibly. You might have to Dremel it like I did earlier. Another tip is you could check the other side as well, because one side may not go through, but the other side surprisingly actually does. That's something I did learn recently with this past project. So there's 2 tips in 1. Ha ha ha! Can't say I haven't taught you anything yet, can I? Well, no. Can you? I don't know. Enjoy. This, my friends, is the culprit pearl that gave me the problem at the very end. So I ended up giving up on it, as you can tell, and just grabbed a new one that ended up working out for me. But as you can tell, I'm doing that twisting method, and you can see the bunching of the string just ever so slightly. But yes, I ended up having to Dremel that pearl as well, but this pearl didn't give me as much as a fuss as the previous one did. Working with pearls, you just have to go with the flow. Oh yeah, like I said, the dremeling was real. Just looking at this process is making my hands hurt again. Did we do it this time? Are we gonna make it through? Oh my Lord, yes, we made it through. Hallelujah, thank Bob we did. And this is the end for the second bracelet. I'm happy with how she came out. She is smaller than the other ones. I think this bracelet actually ended up being the smallest out of them all. And yeah, that is actually a lava rock that I put at the end. It matched very well. And with the lava rock, if she cares to do so, she could always put some nice essential oils in it, and it could smell very nice on her. And it'll end up being nice on her wrist, and it'll like mix in. It would be like a nice little natural perfume for her. It took me 2 hours for this to finally complete. The bracelet that my tacky glue ended up exploding over from pressure and ended up drying over, and I ended up having to like cut that away. So that was a process on its own. You know the drill by now. Tighten and cut the strings. But there's the bracelet. It's done. She's pretty. On to the third one. But let's have a quick MSR bead moment. Thank you, Mimi, for that wonderful AMSR bead moment right there. I don't know about you guys, but when beads hit each other, I find it so relaxing. That sound is so pleasing to the ear. So I just wanted to share that little quirk with you guys. If you enjoyed that sound, let me know in the comments below. If you didn't, I'm so sorry. This is the third one, and this is actually the final bracelet that we made for the day, just only for the day. And because after that 2-hour second bracelet, I only had one more, I barely had energy left for this one, but I wanted to be productive and at least make 3 out of the 5 that we needed to make. But this one was actually really easy to make because I kind of already had a idea in my head when it came to the beads that you see on the board. And as you can tell, the idea came through. I think I don't remember. Oh no, I think that's the final piece of how it came. Now, if you're wondering what's with the binder clip, I use the binder clip to help the beads not go off the other end, just in case, because sometimes your string moves, and just having something clipped at the end helps the beads from falling off on the other side, and it helps prevent a mess that you don't want. Because when beads get all over the place, they really do get all over the place. It's almost as bad as glitter, because there are times where I still find beads that I have lost because of bead explosions. Bead explosions are not fun. They are not fun whatsoever. I don't recommend a bead explosion. And sometimes if you pull too tightly when you're closing the string, you will have a bead explosion because the string will break. Because sometimes you don't know your own force. Welcome to day 2 of jewelry work, and this would be the 4th out of the 5th bracelet tiers that we are going with. Ends up being one of my favorites that I did make because the beads that I just put down in particular are just so pretty, and those were the last of those beads, and I ended up going to Michael's to see if they had any more of those beads, and they didn't. To my misfortune, they did not have any more of those beads, so yeah, I only had to work with these. So this bracelet only had those type of beads on there. Behold, the 4th one made. I ended up using the rest of the mother of pearls on there. Now the last and final 5th one. Dun, 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 dun. After a day of rest and letting my mind rest, making the last 2 bracelets for the 5 tier was really easy and just really flew very naturally. I was mistaken. I thought I used the rest of the pink pearls on the last bracelet. It looks like I ended up using it on this bracelet instead. I am fussing with how the pattern should be. As you can tell, I am very much about pattern, and that's really when it comes to making any type of jewelry design, is its numbers and patterns and making sure that your beads work with one another and just shifting a lot. There's a lot of counting, and you just need to make sure that you have enough beads of what you want to do. And if you end up not having enough beads, you just have to go with the plan B and think of a new concept. That's all you have to do, not to fret, because creativity can go all over the place. Like, you can do so many things with your creativity work. I did want to make these one of the bracelets have the arrows pointing at one another, because I thought that was a really nice concept to have, and I thought it looked very elegant and stuff. I did end up changing the beads in the middle to the flat beads, as you can tell now, because I thought it looked better since those arrow beads are already flat. Having a round bead or a not flat bead necessarily, I thought would ruin the flow of how the bracelet went. Just make sure that we have everything that we want. I ended up putting 2 arrows on the sides to make more space in, and it ended up being perfect. Just a loving reminder, there is no such thing as a wrong way of doing your creativity. Everyone has their own creativity work. You just got to do you. Let's string this bad boy up now. The moment y'all been waiting for, all of the final products of the 5-tier bracelet we've been working on together. I have to say, I am very satisfied with how all of them came out. I don't know if I have a favorite out of them all, because I love them all pretty much the same. Oh, actually, I'll take that back. This one's my favorite. But they all came out so nice and elegantly, and look how beautiful they looked all stacked together. Yeah, I hope she is happy with this. One mother out of the way, and guess what? I do have a surprise for y'all. I did end up making more bracelets on the side, and here they are. I did not make them on camera because this is going to be a gift for someone else, and I hope they like it. They don't have a 5-tier, but they do have a 3-tier, and that's their 3-tier, and they do look very nice together and stuff, and I'm sure they're gonna love it as well. That concludes the video. Thank you so much for joining us on Making Jewelry with Mimi. Oh my god, you're still here? Well, while you're at it, go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't yet, and notification bell. Till next time, toodles!